Weekly, GarageBand, GarageBand Weekly, GarageBand Weekly. Need an answer to your question, John, you'll have a suggestion. He's a fountain of all knowledge. I think he might have gone to GarageBand College. What he doesn't know, we'll try and find out. So join the chat and give him a shout. Hey, John. Hey, John. GarageBand Weekly.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to GarageBand Weekly here on Studio Live today. My name is Pete Johns, and for the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, we're a little bit variable on this show lately. We'll be talking GarageBand, we'll be using GarageBand, we'll be singing into GarageBand, because today we're recording vocals. I've got all the water in the world here because we need to remain hydrated, although I am drinking a coffee because I also need to stay awake from my Studio Live today mug. A little bit of coffee ASMR to get you started. How are you? Hope you're doing well. We have everything set up and ready to rock and roll here. There's the iPad. OBS was playing silly buggers just beforehand, but we've got it working again, which is always a good thing. So we'll see how that lasts throughout the show. This show is brought to you, as it is each and every week, by me. Yes, I'm sponsoring myself. And in fact, if you want to check out all the GarageBand goodness, just head over to studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand. That's my GarageBand FAQ. I know many of you already know this, but each and every week there's at least one person, at least one of you is new, watching this for the very first time going, this is all about GarageBand. And if you want to learn all about GarageBand, head on over studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand. You can check out the $10 course, 5 hours of curated content there, all of my free playlists with hundreds of hours of GarageBand content there, and join the GarageBand communities while you're there, the Facebook group, the Create, Record, Release group, or even the Discord. Go on, you know you want to. So all the information is there at your fingertips, studiolivetoday.com/GarageBand. G'day to the folks who are here live. We'll say hello to you in just a jiffy, but thank you to Thomas Christ, who has put the link right there in the chat, and you can indeed join the official places. All right. Let's say hello. We've got Jim Shannon on sounds here. G'day to you, Mark Bro. Ahoy there, weary pirates. Hello, Joe Glenn and Barry Glenn. I hope you're doing well. Fat Panda Cat, g'day to you. Still illa is the illest. That's what I've heard. Anyway, that's the word on the street. I hope you're all doing well and ready to help me. Hello, Jade Star. Help me record some vocals, because that's what we'll be doing in just a little jiffy. But first, a couple of news and notes. Now, there's not a whole heap in the way of news and notes here today, but a couple of things I wanted to draw your attention to before we jump into the main topic and record us some vocals. Number one is, you know that I love DistroKid. DistroKid are a major sponsor here on the channel. They sponsor my Your Music live show and have done for nearly 2 years now. They are a huge supporter of independent music, and one of the things that I've actually thought's been missing that DistroKid could fill a gap is mastering. Now, I know there's different ways you can master. You can master yourself, you can use online mastering, you can use mastering applications, but sometimes you just want a quick master to get your song out there and get it released. And DistroKid have got a new service here called Mixea, which is a mastering service. Why it's not called Masteria, I don't know. I guess Mixea just sounds better. And they've got an offer right now. If you're a DistroKid member, your first track's for free. Yes, the old adage, the first taste is free. You can come in here, you can master one track, and then it is $99 per year. Now, I know, $99 a year, but that's pretty competitive compared to places like Lander and eMastered. And if you just want the convenience of jumping in and mastering your tracks with some simple controls, because remember, mastering shouldn't be difficult. It's a pretty simple thing. If your mix is great, a master should simply take that and add that chef's kiss touch to it. So just a little EQ, just a little bit of limiting, and that's really all you need with your masters, just to make them competitive, make them radio ready. So full disclosure, haven't tried it yet. I'm trying it today, and next week I'll be using it to master this song. So I'm going to use my freebie on this brand new song that I'm doing here today. So yes, I'm tired of all my anti-DistroKid agenda. I know, right? No, I do love, I've been using DistroKid for a really long time, and yeah, they make things easy, and they try different things. DistroVid came out. There's DistroPic for your pictures. There's also a hidden file sharing DistroKid thing. Don't tell anyone. That's not really public yet, but you can find it if you know where to look. So they really do help out with online collaborations and releasing your music out to the world. The other bit of news and notes, I just wanted to remind you that the iOS version 16.3.1 is out now. If you haven't updated, do update. I know, sometimes, Johns, you tell us not to update because it's going to crash our programs and destroy our world. But this is a security update. This is a flaw within WebKit, which is what Safari uses. It's what Google Chrome uses, what anything that accesses, even Facebook. If you go out of Facebook into a browser, on your iOS devices, that's all WebKit. So you don't want to click that one link that sends you out, because what this flaw can do is that they can run nefarious code. Unintended code can be run just by you following a link on a web page. So do not allow yourselves to fall into that trap. Be safe. Be safe. Better safe than sorry. G'day, Joseph. Hello to you. Hello to Tommy Jack Music. I hope you are all doing super well. Make it noisy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's get in and make some music, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? That's what we're here for at the end of the day, is to make music and to have fun. Do this check, and before you create music, are you enjoying it? Are you going to have fun with it? Because that's what it's got to be. I think it comes through. It comes through in your music. If you're not enjoying it, people will know. And look, that's not a bad thing, but people will know that your music is being forced, or that you're trying to do something that you shouldn't be doing. And if you're not having fun, again, why would you do it? Why would you take up a hobby? Like, I used to play golf, and then I realized that I'd come home from playing a round of golf feeling worse than I did when I left to start playing my round of golf. So don't do that. That's why I switched to, I don't play this sport now. I just walk. I figured that walking is just as good as golfing, except you'd have to worry about looking in the trees for your balls. Ding. I don't know where my dinger is. I've lost my dinger. It's over there somewhere. This is our track. So let's get into the project. Where are we? 7 minutes in. All right, I'll make a note of that for folks on the replay, so you can jump straight to here. This is the project. We've been working on it for about 5 weeks now. We wrote it here. We wrote lyrics. We recorded some guitars. We've recorded some scratch vocals in there as well. During the week, the only thing I've done is I've done a new bass recording that you can see here. My fingers are bleeding from just doing it now. So the first thing we'll need to do is just quickly edit this bass, because you can see here, it's like it was done in 3 parts, and I didn't even really edit it yet. So you'll get to listen to that as we go through. And of course, a couple of weeks ago, we added these drums from Jade Star, who sent these drums across, which is pretty cool. Yes, golf is complicated walking, indeed. Righty, let's continue on. All right, so let's take a listen to what we've got so far. For those that are just joining us, this is the business. This is the song, and it's called Sink or Swim, and it sounds a little something like this. So the main change I've made here to the start is I've actually I need to re-record this lead guitar, but I grabbed this guitar and put it here, because without this, it was sounding really empty at the start. It didn't have enough chug, so I added some chug in there. See, this is what it was like before. And this is what I've added back in, just to have that center guitar doing some chug. Otherwise, it was just sounding too thin. So I'm going to have to go back and re-record that guitar, because I've literally lifted it from here, and the ending here doesn't quite sound right. So we'll need to redo that. Yeah, a lot of people talking about golf, and it does. It's a nice walk. It's my mother-in-law used to say that. It's a nice walk interrupted by a small ball or something like that. Let's come over to this bass. So the bass I recorded first before Jay did drums, and it was very much just a placeholder bass. So I've re-recorded this bass, which I think now sounds pretty darn cool. Let's just bring in the bass sound. So I've decided to go with a little higher, especially at the start here, just to accent those guitars, and then when the lyrics kick in, come down here.
Cannot see, got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling shots.
So I need to do a little editing here in the crossover bit, so let's just find this part. Alright, so there's the point where we need to go back. So just going to put our cut point between a couple. Alright, there's a little clip there, but it's not too bad. And then we'll come down here and make sure that this little part, this one looks a bit better, but we'll just make sure that I've put the cut point where I need it to be. I haven't. So you can see I cut in there and started playing along. So let's just bring this up to about here. Where can we put it to? We'll try it about there. Let's just see if we can piece these together. That's not too bad. But we might as well just have it at the little this little bit here, because it kind of stops there. No, that sounds worse. All right, we'll undo that. Remember, you can undo. Undo is your friend. Undo and redo. So it actually sounded better cutting it between there. All right, so we've cut that together. I think our bass is sounding a little bit better than it was before. And remember, we haven't mixed this yet. we had some folks last week that were like, oh, this is too loud, this is too soft. I'm like, yeah. We haven't got the full mix here. I did put a demo mix out, and I got some great feedback from many of you. So yeah, please go ahead and continue providing feedback, but keep in mind that things are going to change. The only thing that doesn't change is that things in this mix will change. All right, we need to record some vocals, which means I need to grab this giant one. Oh, my big case of goodness. And we're going to get some microphoneage. And I'm still thinking I'm going to go the handheld route on this one, but I'll grab out my condenser as well, just in case we want to experiment or use it for maybe some backing vocals or some oohs and ahs that we might need a little bit more top end. So I'll throw these down here. I have my microphone cable here. I'll just bring you over to here to have a look. So I've got my red microphone cable because it goes faster. We know that. Someone, I think I don't translate well. My weird, well, let's call it humor. It's not really humor because humor tends to, be funny. But yeah, a lot of people don't understand when I'm like, oh, it's red because it goes faster. They're like, I get comments saying, I don't understand why you believe your red cable goes faster. And I'm like, yeah, okay. What you got to keep in mind is that I'm a dickhead, and I think that things like saying things are red make them go faster is funny. It's not, and you're right to think it's not, but I think it is. But I have fun with it. All right, that's plugged in, and so this is my AKG D5, the handheld dynamic microphone that I use, my vocal mic of choice. And for a song like this, I like a handheld mic, because when I'm getting into it, I can move around and I can hold the microphone in about the same position. I don't have to worry about not having my hands, and I like to grip it tight when you're hitting those high notes. Yeah, exactly, because it's red, duh, obviously. It's pretty straightforward to me. Hello, Tetris nerds, by the way. I hope you're doing. Are you actual Tetris nerds? There's a whole underground Tetris playing thing, isn't there? Like where a lot of people are still addicted to not addicted to, but they're passionate about Tetris and play it. I used to love it on the Game Boy, and my daughter's got a Nintendo Switch, and I've just started playing it again on the Switch, the OG version. It's so cool. Anyway, let's come in here and take a look at these vocals. So what we recorded last time is a couple of vocals. So we recorded, and then we recorded a double, and they sound like this.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me.
So it was okay, but the pitching was kind of off. I was wearing the headphones, and I wasn't using one ear off, and I was getting things a little bit out of whack. So I'm going to re-record these completely. These ones are going to be muted out, and we're going to re-record the vocals entirely. I know the melody now pretty well, so we'll just duplicate this out. So I'm going to record through, and we're just going to do a first take, and we'll probably do, now, fair warning, if you're watching this on the replay, we're going to do probably 4 or 5 takes in a row, and then we're going to do a little comping. So I thought I would show you the technique you can use if a vocal like this is going to be pretty tricky to get it good all the way through. So there's a couple of ways to do it. You can either do it in chunks, and then try a chunk, try a chunk, try a chunk, try a chunk, until that chunk is exactly what you want. Or you can do the other method that I'm going to try today, which is that you record the entire vocal. And look, you can, if you need to stop, I'll probably need to stop after one of the verses or choruses just to catch my breath. If you need to do that, that's okay. But the idea is that you want to record the whole vocal through, all the way, and then you go back and you do it again, and then you do it again, and then you do it again. And by the end of it, if I've got 5 or 6 vocal takes, I can then select the best parts of the best takes and then use the second best parts for my vocal double. And maybe in a chorus, I even want a vocal triple where I want to, throw a couple vocals out left and right. Maybe we'll even go down that track and try some different things here today. So let's get us a cracking here. Oh, by the way, we've also got these cool... Jade saved me so much effort here because I don't think I need to do much in the way of backing vocals, because Jade's backing vocals on here actually are pretty much exactly what I wanted to record anyway.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim.
Right? Yeah. So I think that they're pretty good. All I might do is maybe mirror hers as well, just so that we can get 2 different tones singing the same thing, or maybe do a harmony on that. We'll see how we go. I left it playing. I left it playing. All right. So let's make sure that this is all set and all ready to go. So we'll turn up the volume of that one. We will turn monitoring on. Hello. Check. 1, 2, 3. There's a little much delay on there. So we'll come in here and we'll just, we'll turn down the delay and the ambience just for the singing of this. We've got pretty high compression on there. We do have some EQ that I've already put on here, which we'll just leave on for now. If it's going to get distracting, we'll turn it off. We've also got, you might notice that it's kind of gritty. I've got some overdrive up at 7,000 hertz there. So 3 dB of overdrive, which I think sounds good on a vocal like this. So we'll use that as our basics for doing this vocal. Thomas says, I rarely comp vox myself if I can't. It can get tedious, yeah. Just record until I get a whole take that sounds good, but I break up the recording in sections, yeah. Yeah, totally. Alrighty, let's just continue on here. I'm just going to come over and find, because the other thing I need to do here is grab my... It's grab my lyrics, because I don't remember the lyrics yet. I haven't actually learnt this song completely. So I do need me some lyrics, which I will grab here. I'm on the wrong screen, aren't I? There we go. So let's find our lyrics, which are down here in my songwriting section. And it is Sink or Swim. And I think this is my lyrics. There we go. So what we'll need to do is I will split this up so I can put it all on the one screen while I sing. So there's my first verse. We will cut that and we'll paste it next door just like that. There we go. Now I can fit everything on the one screen there. And because I'm an old man, I'll zoom it on in. So these are the lyrics that we wrote. If you missed out on the lyric writing, that was a couple of episodes ago. And you folks helped out. That's what all these other notes are about here. This is like everyone just threw their ideas at me and I put all of this stuff in and it created the song. So it was pretty darn cool. It was a good fun show. If you missed that one, go back and check out the lyric writing. Arm the dummy track. Thank you, Mark. Yes, this is why it's good to do this live. We need the dummy track. So Mark has realized and pointed out here that I haven't armed this dummy track, which I need to do. So here's the track I'm going to be recording on. There's my dummy track that's going to be armed, and we're going to go ahead and do a recording. Were there more pirate jokes that I missed? Arr, yeah. What's my favorite 80s pirate band? It's Ahar. Ahar. All right. Let's give this a crack, shall we? Hit the record button and do our thing. Check. 1, 2. I'm going to turn off this mic too. So I'm just on this one. check. 1, 2, 3, 4. What did I forget? To put my headphones on and turn off my speakers, because we're going to get an awful lot of bleed. So just one sec. This is like a lesson of how to do things wrong. So hopefully afterwards you'll know how to do them right. I'm just going to turn that drive down a little bit because it's a little bit too crunchy. I think we just need, just like 2 dB there. There you go. And I'll turn the echo down just a bit there and maybe a little less reverb. All right, let's try it for reals this time. Just pour water on myself.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me, but I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Oh yeah! 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
And that's just the sound of the bass that they have there. All right, we'll come back on over to here. We'll turn off the monitoring for a sec. So let's analyze, because it's important to analyze things and work out what's working and what's not working. So there's a couple of things there. Whoop. Don't mind me just jumping around there. Here's the problem. I should put myself in Do Not Disturb mode. I've got to just get the message. Basically, I need to disable Messenger on my iPad. But there was a couple of things that I did in this one that I need to kind of focus on some of these notes, because when I was singing and all my life I worried about things, the water I can't go panic washing over me, fever on the shore. So these notes here are the ones that I'm not quite hitting. On the shore, below. So they're the ones I need to really focus on. Flow with the tide. I think I need slightly more volume from my vocal in my mix because I'm not hearing myself as much. And you might have noticed I was fiddling with my headphones because one of the things that can help is to move one of the cups of your headphones off, and you can experiment with the left one or the right one. And that way you can actually hear yourself in the background as well as through the headphones, because sometimes pitching your notes doesn't work so well because it doesn't kind of work in your head if you can't hear yourself properly. So a couple of things I need to focus on there, but I would give that first take a 6 out of 10. So it's not where it needs to be, but we're on the ballpark. So we're in the zone. So what we'll do is we'll duplicate this one out. We'll keep that. You know what? We got a problem here. When it doesn't say duplicate there, that means you've used all your tracks, Johns. So we're going to have to start sacrificing things. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sacrifice this synth track because I'm not using that. I still have it in my older versions if I do need it. And I don't need this lead guitar idea. Again, I've still got it in my old versions if I do need it. I'm going to get rid of these original vocals because I'm definitely not going to use any of those. I don't like them. So now we should have some more tracks to play with. So now we've got our duplicate back. So yes, for people that say GarageBand has limitations, sure does. And that's one of them, that you will hit a track limit eventually. So let's turn this back on. Check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is the one that's doing that's the delay? No, it's the ambience. Check, check, check. That's the stereo delay. Check. 1. Might just go without that or just with a small amount of that, because that can also be a little distracting to have too much. I like a little delay, but not too much delay on my vocal when I'm singing. All right, let's try another take, shall we? Let's do it. Check. I'm going to go left ear off this time and give that a go, and then we can try. We can experiment. I'm hearing it better now, both my voice and... Yeah, I reckon this might be good.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. I have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Oh yeah! 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
See, this is why I always have to spend time afterwards editing so much because I make weird noises while I sing. And you'll notice that even after 2, you can hear the raspiness starting to come into my voice. Now, that's okay, because we kind of want a little bit of that. Sometimes your best vocal takes won't be your first one because your voice is too pristine. Your voice is like this, and the 5th take is like this. Generally, probably want somewhere in the middle, somewhere around the 3rd or 4th take. Got a good suggestion here. Next time, I know, need to do this one. Need to do a bit of this. I just called to say, where are you? No, sorry, that was an old that's an old Stevie joke. I'm sorry. It's probably not 2023 compliant. Yeah, we need a little bit of rasp. G'day, Timothy. How are you, my friend? I hope you're all well. Hey, KVK. A little punk whistling. Right, absolutely. A little whistle punk. Whistle punk. So, you'll notice there that I recorded those 2 takes at the same time. Now, you can do that. You can choose not to do that. I didn't really deliberately do that. I probably should have had it off. So, we're definitely going to mute it for the next one. And what I'll probably do is put this take down a little and duplicate it out and record another take in here. Now, if you do comping and you realize you've done a take that you don't need to comp, then if your take's perfect, just use that take and then use one of your other takes for your second. You don't have to overcomplicate this stuff. Comping can get a pain in the ass, but I'm going to show you some of the options that we have if you wanted to comp your vocals. And comp just means compiling. It's just a fancy way of saying recording a bunch, picking the best of the bunch. Simple as that. All right. Excuse me. Shall we do this again? Again, I know. Look, you're seeing the reality of recording here, folks, because it's much fun. This is fun. Like, I'm enjoying this. But the reality is you do have to just keep doing things and rinse and repeat and rinse and repeat and do it again and again. So let's record ourselves another take. So again, when we're recording, we need to make sure that the correct track is armed and on. As Mark said before, we need to arm our dummy track so that we can see where we're going as we're singing here. We've got a view of the overall track here. And let's hit record and do our thing. Check. 3. I'm going to go left ear off this time. Need to turn that up a bit, don't we? There we go. We can hear it. And then we can try.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in.
There's that whistling.
Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water, and nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim. Blah. Blue. All right, so that is take 3. Now, a couple of things about that take. I was running out of breath. I was, you could tell in the first, after the first verse, I was kind of a little bit breathier. But we'll hear how that sounds in the overall mix, because maybe sometimes when you like that, you capture a little bit more desperation. So as Mark says, best one yet. So yeah, it might be that thing to be the thing. All the takes sound pretty good. Yeah, look at, and it will be interesting to see what it'll be at the end. I think that one might have had it. Sometimes you just need a little bit more. Sometimes getting that little bit of tiredness in your voice and just a little bit more desperation, especially for a rock song, can actually work okay. That being said, I need to be able to breathe enough to, live. So big hydration. And let's do one more. Let's do 4 takes. I think 4 takes will be a good balance for this one. And I think we've probably only got one more track. I know we've got a couple. We've got a couple up our sleeve, but that's okay. So we'll go a final take here. And what I'm going to do, I'll put those 2 takes in the background a little bit and bring this one up and then put the dummy on and do a little bit more. Alrighty. Okay. A teeny bit more vocal fry. Especially in the choruses. Yeah, the breathing thing does go well. I know, like that desperation of like, maybe. We'll see how we go. Alrighty, let's hit the record button and do take 4 and see what we can get here. I've got a little bit more rasp in my voice, but we'll hydrate a little bit to start. It's working best in this song with my left ear half off. That seems to be giving me the best tone coming through and helping me hit the right notes. So let's do this one more time. With feeling. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. Need to turn that up a bit, don't we? There we go. Give that a go. And then we can all the talking. Bye-bye. Oh. All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. I have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Probably don't have to listen to that every time, 'cause I don't know that. I distracted myself there. Alright, let's go back to it. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim. I won't say anything this time. There we go. I won't say anything this time and ruin the take. My wife told me today, oh, congratulations. Get a new iPad and give her yours. Absolutely. Alrighty. I hope you didn't lose the original before the solo. That was the best part. So I didn't. The reason I didn't sing the in the last two takes, Tom, was I wanted to have a clean one, because if I wanted to just do the separately, I wanted to make sure I had a couple of clean takes to move into it, because I didn't trust myself and didn't think that. I didn't want to get to a position where I didn't have enough gap between the final word and the to throw it in there. So we'll experiment with that. But I do like the and we can steal a from somewhere else. Alrighty. Someone had some suggestions here. Wondering if maybe you shouldn't add some distance on the Vox too. They seem to be present or forward. Maybe, yeah. Look, it's and it probably does need a little additional space, so we might be to play with some different reverbs, different types of reverb and delay, just to get it a little bit more distant there. You know what I could do? I could do an attempt where for a double or a triple, you can actually get way back off the microphone and just do a whole version, like a whole take like that. If we have time, we'll do that, because that can actually be fun. So let's pause there to give John's voice a rest and do a little comping here, shall we? I'm just going to put the microphone out of the way and get ourselves set up here into more of an editing position so that we can play around with these vocals and see which ones are going to work. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lead vocal takes. Let's just delete that dummy so that we don't get confused by that one. And the cool thing is you can come in here and you can see how good a singer you are, because you can put all 4 of these on at once, and just for shits and giggles, we can listen to the 4 vocals and see. Actually, the first thing I want to do, let's get rid of all this nonsense. So we definitely don't need any of this lead-in chatter. So we can pull that all the way up to there, that one, and that one. And then let's get rid of this stuff I was chatting about here in the in-betweeny bits. So yeah, we've got some oh yeahs and some ooh yahs. So if we come in here, we'll line that up there. We'll splitsville, baby doll. Split it, split it, and don't forget to split it. And then we can edit these. I mean, we can do this after the fact, but I get annoyed listening to myself rabbit on there. I'll bring that over to there. Zump, zump, zump. And obviously, if you were recording this, you could choose to just pause it, go through the solo, and then start recording again. But I don't know. I kind of like the feel of as if you're playing it live. So hearing the solo and then kicking into that final chorus, it kind of just gives you that energy boost that sometimes you need. Because remember, you're a human. You're an instrument, but you're a human instrument. You can't just push yourself. So just look at the waveforms. These look pretty good. So apart from like that, so there was that clean take where I did the end bit and I didn't put the but everything seems to be pretty well lined up. So hopefully we've got some good vocals here that can be ready to be comped together, or we just pick one that's good. Let's take a listen.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. I have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know.
So yeah, so there's a couple there where those notes I've gone a little bit longer on. So you can see there, if you come in here, that last take in particular, I hung around on that note a little bit longer, and it meant that I didn't get the breath in there. I think it's probably going to sound better with one of these takes. So if you listen to, say, take 3, that final note there, it's going to have the...
Oh, 'cause I don't know.
And it's got the cos, whereas I think because I had the note too long, I don't think I hit the cos very well in this 4th take.
Oh, 'cause I don't know.
So so it's not really going to work for that one. So let's first of all, so there's two ways to comp. You go through and you audition each and every version, and then you go with the best version of each section or each word. Like some people get really full on with this stuff and they spend a lot of time. What I'm going to do is, you folks said as I was recording that the third take was probably the best, and I think I agree with you. I think it had the most punky desperation. So I'm going to bring this up here to the top. And in fact, let's just, so I remember which one which, let's rename these with the take numbers. So this one's take 3. This one was take 1. Just rename it real quick. Take 1. This one here was take 2. Rename take 2. And this little piggy was take 4. That way we'll remember what we did in each take. And then what are we going to do, folks? We're going to save. All right, so we've saved that one out there. We've got folks talking about iPads and Macs and things, and I'm happy to chime in on that. So once we've done this comping, I'm happy to take any questions. So if you do have a specific question that you wanted me to start talking about, put the word question or a big Q in front of it. I'll tag it, and then when we get to some time to chat, we'll jump in and talk about that. All right, now I've done some significant changes here, so we're also going to duplicate this track out. So we're now working on version 7, so we're ticking along here with our version numbers. And if you don't know about version control, I've got a whole video on it, so you can check out that. But basically, all we're doing there is every time I make significant change, I come in here and I create a new version. You just tap and hold and hit duplicate, and it will duplicate out that whole project. Now you need a bit of space because, as you can see here, the project's about 350 megabytes now. So what I could start doing is going back and deleting some of those older versions that I'm not going to need. All right. No, feel free to chat. Look, this isn't, feel free to chat amongst yourself. I didn't say that to say don't answer questions, because a lot of really knowledgeable people in there. So, get everyone else's opinion. But yeah, if you want my attention, I'll tag it if you put the word question, or if everyone's already helped you, you're all good. You're all good in the hood. All right. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to go with just take 3, and I'm going to listen through. The idea here is, using this technique, is instead of listening and going, what's the best, we go, are there any clangers? And if there's a clanger, then we're going to audition something from one of our other vocal takes. So a clanger is like an Australian sports term, like a really bad thing. So like, oh my God, he went up for the mark and his pants fell down. What a clanger. So it basically means you've done something really bad and you need to do something different. So let's take a listen to this track with this vocal take, and we'll see if there's any clangers.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim.
I really like all of that. I like the notes. So the concern parts for me are the whole the held notes. So
Will bring, maybe, 'cause I don't, I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below.
So the T on the talking heads there was probably just a little bit weak. Let's just listen again.
Talking heads on the news.
Talking heads on
Talking heads on the news.
So let's, for instance, just take a listen to the second, I don't know what the vocal take 1 here.
Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think. Talking heads on the news today.
Yeah, see, that's a bit weak too. Let's keep trying these. Put them up to the same volume.
Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below.
So I actually prefer the talking heads on the news today from that one. So what we're going to do is we'll start some comping here. start the comping process. So we're going to split out there and split our original vocal, and we're going to replace. We're going to do a quick replacement. Actually, what we're going to do first is I'm going to duplicate out this because I want to keep vocal 3 intact and then make this my comp vocal. So we'll just rename this as comp so we know what we're doing here, and that way we can reuse both of these vocals if we want to. So here's the 2 that we're playing with. Just make sure that that's cut. Split it there. So I like everything from this one to start with. So we'll bring that up to the comp track. And then from here to here, I actually want to use this one, but I only want to use it through to about halfway.
Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say.
So I reckon there is where we want to, because I like the some people don't come back from down below from take 3. So we're going to leave that one there. This is going to be lifted out from there and popped into here. Pop. And there you go. So this one now is going to become our main track, this comp track at the top here. And the good thing is, if you use this method, you can see where you've pulled things from. So you can see that we've pulled the first bit from that take 3, and then we've pulled this little bit where the gap is from lead 2. And now we can go back to playing around and see if lead 3 continues to do our thing.
Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memo.
So I actually quite liked that little accentuated breath at the end there. The low.
Oh. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win.
So there's the bit where I had concerns. Water. I kind of ran out of breath towards the end there. So just listen to this with me, won't you, please? And let me know if you think this is too much, if I should go for a different take on this one, or if it's gonna be all right.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know.
You can hear that the water, because I don't have much breath there. Let's sub in take 4 and see if this is going to be better on that one.
But I'm learning to ebb and I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win.
See, I really like that because I like that win. So I reckon we might use take 4 for that chunk. So let's come here.
'Cause I don't.
So, 'cause I don't. So this is going to be a little tricky spot to trim it because we need that little breath there. So we'll split there. Remember, non-destructive editing, so we can change this afterwards. So what we want is we want all of 3 to be in that chunk. So we're happy with all of 3 up to that bit. We're going to split that bit out. Pump. And we're going to find this slot here. I normally like to split them right on a bar marker, but it's not going to work for this one because of the syncopated rhythm there. And see if we're going to play all this one through here.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in.
It might be worth doing that because what I can do, all of that was good. And what it means I can do is use, I can use all of that. So I'll use all of that from 4, which means we'll use 3 for this part. And then all the rest of this we'll use from 4. And we'll bring that up and pop that there. So you can see here that we haven't done a lot of changes. Most of it's come from 3, but in that little section, we used vocal take 2. And this end bit, because I'd run out of breath in 3, we switched it over to 4. And now what we can do is come back and listen to it all the way through and see if this is going to work for us for this whole section. So wish me luck, folks.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below.
Works. Transition's okay.
On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know.
Yeah, you heard what happened there. That's the problem that you have with this sort of stuff, is that sometimes when you move things like this not right on a bar marker, you get that issue. So we can fix it though. We'll just change it there.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in.
All right, let's choose our oh yeah. Did I do a good enough oh yeah to bring it into the mix here? Let's see. So the first time around I did this.
Oh yeah!
Oh, I like that. Oh yeah. Let's see if that's going to work. Just bringing it straight onto the comp track. It should do. If we just pull that down and split this out. Oh yeah. What happened to our? Oh, what happened to our? Oh, we used vocal take 4. That's fair. It does get a little bit confusing when you start doing this sort of stuff. All right. So we'll bring this up. Oh yeah. Because you're right, Thomas. Thomas said we need the oh yeah, because that's one of the best parts. Let's see if this works in the same one.
Time to dive in. Oh yeah!
It's probably a little bit loud with the oh yeah, but it can we can play with that in the question. No expletives like hell yeah. It was oh yeah, but we could go with hell yeah. Do you think hell yeah would be better? Yeah, look, the original scratch vocals I did with this, I did record just without headphones. Excuse me. Without headphones and with my monitors, and yeah, look, it was fine. And I've done that a bunch of times because you got to keep in mind, even though you get lots of audio bleed, if it's just playing the track that you're singing along to, it really doesn't matter that much. It's really okay. Yeah, sorry, I haven't been a very good YouTuber. I probably should have asked you to like, comment, and subscribe. So yeah, if you're finding this interesting or hopefully inspirational that you should go and do some vocals yourself, then yeah, hit the like button. It helps out. It helps keep the robots happy. All right, so let's just see. I think we had some good energy in take 3 for this end part, so let's just see if that's going to work for us in this big final chorus.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water, and nobody knows who's gonna win.
I think this version doesn't have a lot of energy in the end there. Let's try maybe number 2 for the end here.
Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
Yeah, I like the ending. I like that from there on number 2. I like number 2. Who does number 2 work for? Do we just go with the whole of number 2?
'Cause I don't know.
Yeah, let's just go with all of number 2 for our final section there, because I reckon number 2's the go. Number 2's the yeah, you know what I was going to say there. Not going to swear though. Audible told me not to swear. All right. Cool. So we've got our comped vocal. It's really as easy as that. We've used a few different vocals here. And again, we've really only looked at it and listened to it and gone, when it doesn't sound right, let's make it sound right. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. So, yeah, so there's our lead vocal comp. We'll make sure that one's muted out. Now we can build out a double, or we can even use triples in different parts. So if we wanted to, we can play around with that as we go through and mix. So again, it doesn't matter so much with the doubles and the triples. So what I would actually probably do, because the only problem with the first vocal here was that it was a little bit soft, like it didn't have quite as much energy. But when you're using a double, it kind of doesn't need to. So this might actually work well to just use this first version. And because I was using that to kind of sing along to, it should sit nicely. So let's just use this as our double and see what it sounds like.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water.
Yeah, so what I think I'll do is, because I was going to have it not in the verses and yes in the chorus, but what I'll probably do is actually automate it up to louder in the chorus, so it's just sitting underneath in the verses and then comes up and goes louder. The other thing that I'll generally do is put a little bit more reverb on a doubled vocal. And look, you don't have to do that. Some people do it the other way. Some people go all dry on the double. And I'm going to experiment as we get to the mixing phase, which is coming soon.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I'll sink or swim. Talking heads on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me. But I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Oh yeah!
Yeah, that oh yeah is really definitely too loud. All right. I was just playing around there to see whether we could bring in a triple there with one of the other vocal takes. We'll leave the other vocal takes there for now, obviously, because we can come and play with that afterwards. But yeah, I think we're in a ballpark here. I think we're getting towards where we need to be with these vocals. And I was going to do backing. I don't think I need. Do you think we need more backing vocals? I'm just trying to think in my head what else I would put. The only thing I'm thinking is like a like maybe in the second chorus here. Let's just experiment.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Oh yeah!
Maybe, my mom under the water, no, it's gonna end. do we think? I don't know. Oh yeah, we got all these bass tracks. I was trying to work out why I didn't have enough tracks, but it's because I can get rid of all these old bass tracks, can't I? Let's do a little cleaning up, and then we'll do a quick experimentation and try maybe just in this last one. Maybe we just do la 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 la, and that's the thing. If you add it in now so that you can remove it later. So don't be afraid to experiment and add stuff in, and then get rid of it if you don't want it. So let's just grab a lead vocal here. We'll use the comp vocal here, and we'll just duplicate that one, and we'll bring this down to the bottom of these because we're going to play around with some backing. So let's just 'cause I don't know what's in the water, oh, sorry. And I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim. I don't know. Does it even need it? Let's bring in Jade's backing vocals as well and see if we maybe don't even need it. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, yeah, but it's time. Let's just we'll record one version of it in there just to see if it needs it, because then we can just not use it if we don't. All right. There might be more. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. All right. Nobody knows what's in the water. Lena said, I think a cross melody sound would sound cool there. Yeah. I probably need to take this with me for my walk today and play around. All right. So I think the first part of that worked okay, but then we didn't do it after that. Under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. No, 'cause nobody knows what's in the water. Maybe it's 'cause nobody knows. And nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim. The other thing I had in my head is like a ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la 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 la. Ooh. So let's just play with that. Let's just see if that's going to be a thing. It's probably not, but you know when you just have something in your head and you got to try it? Yeah, that's where we're at now. All right, let's put the monitoring on. 'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in.
Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on rolling, even though I might sink or swim.
I don't think so. Ooh la la la. Let's just see if we can do a part 2 of that, like a harmony. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la 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 la. Just for fun. All right. Just for shit.
Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on rolling, even though I might sink or swim.
No, na, 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 no, na, na, na. What do they say? You need to try things to know. It's just as important to try things to know what doesn't work as to what does. Because sometimes something that's super rando that you might not think works does. And then there's that. And then there's Maud. And then there's Maud. All right, let's just to humour me, let's put this in here and take a listen to it. I'm just going to pan these left and right just for fun. Oy, oy, oy. And this is the one. We'll just leave that center because that's the harmony vocal. Let's bring these in with just the vocals. So let's do a quick vocal check that if we wanted to do something like this on this last chorus, what it's going to sound like. We'll just do a quick bit. I'm just going to use my finger real quick. Whoop, oy. Don't ever do that. No. Just bring that there, just so I can get rid of my crap start and take a listen.
'Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water.
I mean, it's, yeah. If I wanted to make it a doo-wop song, maybe. There's some good ideas being thrown here. I think, yeah, like something like In the Water or like different, yeah, like nobody knows what's in the water. Yeah, there might be more under the surface. Yeah, so something like that could be kind of cool. You know what? You know when your brain gets to that point where you're like, I don't think it has any creativity left. Yeah, I'm kind of there at the moment. I'm not thinking. I just want to swim. I'm not. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, or the refrain in I'm on a plane. Oh, yeah. All right. Nothing says punk like a doo-wop vocal. It's true. I just feel for my poor wife because this is all in my headphones, and all she can hear is like her husband going ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la 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 la, over and over again. And I'm like, oh honey, I'm hot. I've got to go to work. And then she just hears that coming out. She's like, man, my husband's got a wacky job. All right. Speaking of wacky jobs, thank you all for being here. Thanks for helping me pay the bills by doing this fun little stuff. And you know what? You might have learned something along the way. You might have learned what does work and what doesn't work. You've probably got ideas, and I'll rewatch this and re-listen to this part. And if you do have ideas, throw them in the comments too. If you can do me a solid once the video is done, because I'll be out listening and checking. I probably won't go back to the live chat, but if you're watching on the replay or if you are here live, leave a comment on the final video with your ideas, and we'll see what we can implement as well. So, I'm just going to come back to the start here. I'm going to do a little quick clean up because we should have a listen, shouldn't we? We should have a listen to the not finished, but the moving along. At least I'm pretty happy with the vocals that we've got here. The comped vocal, I think, sounds pretty good. I think we've picked the best version of all the stuff there. We've got a good double. We've got a good double going through, which we'll need to automate as we get to the mixing phase, which we will do soon enough. That's not soon enough. And there, that definitely does need to be quieter. And I think we'll just get rid of all this business down the bottom here. I'll leave that little harmony bit there, but the doo-wops are gonna go. See ya, doo-wops. Doo-wop, dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. I'll just make sure that all the end is off the vocal there. So everything looks pretty clean. We'll have a look as we go through here. You'll probably notice that now that we've recorded everything, it all is a little bit too loud as well. So I'll need to come back and probably do a faders down mix. So we'll be doing that soon. Haven't decided if I'm waiting till next week to do that or whether we'll do that separately. I'll either do it on a Patreon stream tomorrow or Friday my time, probably tomorrow. And then share maybe like some highlights over to the regular channel. So patrons will probably get an earlier look at what's going on with this song, and then if there's any interesting highlights or tidbits that are going to be interesting to share around the mixing process, I will share those as well. But next week we're going to come and we'll hopefully be able to finish this sucker off. Fingers are crossed. Do a diddy diddy dum diddy do, yeah. All right, so let's take a listen, shall we? Let's set this one up. I'll make sure that my audio is right. I'm going to turn down my vocal microphone, and we're going to go to the very start of this one, and we're going to take a listen and see where we're at with this track. All right, let's do it.
All my life I've worried about the things in the water I cannot see. Got this panic washing over me. Have a fear of what might sting and what those circling sharks will bring. Maybe I'll be safer on the shore, 'cause I don't know what's in the as on the news today, telling me what to think and say. Some people won't come back from down below. On reflection, my memories are always making a fool of me, but I'm learning to ebb and flow with the tide, 'cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know there might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Oh yeah!
There's a bit here where I think the other lead guitar, or maybe the center chuggy guitar, needs to keep chugging through here. It kind of takes a break, but it gets a bit spacious. So if you listen to this transition, Jay did a great job with the drums here, but I think we need a second guitar in here. Let's just take I think this one here needs to keep playing another, like a ding, 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 like that. So let's just
But it's time to dive in.
So this one here just needs to go a ding, 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 ding. I don't know why it does that.
Cause I don't know what's in the water, and I don't know if I can win. There might be more under the surface, but it's time to dive in. Nobody knows what's in the water. Nobody knows who's gonna win. So I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
All right, get rid of that end bit of bass, but
Or swim.
come on now. You know what? Weirdly, the best part of this song is the part that I didn't do, which is the drums and the backing vocals. But it just goes to show why collaborations are so important, that I wouldn't be where this song wouldn't be where it's at if I just did it by myself. It would be a very different kind of song. But the changes drove some changes for me, and now my new changes are making me go, oh, okay, I think I need to grab the guitar and record another couple of little bits there. So I'm going to do that, but I'm going to allow you to leave because we're an hour and 20 minutes in here, and you don't need to see me fiddle about and faff about with my guitar. So, yeah, I'll be doing that in the background over the next couple of days. We'll be continuing to work on this with the aim. The aim is that next week we master this sucker. We get our final mix, and then we're going to test it. We're going to put DistroKid's new Mixea mastering to the test. But yeah, I think it's sounding good. It is. It's sounding great, but mostly because of Jade's stuff. And Jade, I hope you're happy that the drums inspired me to create the new bass sound, and I'm actually really happy. There's a cool bit of the bass, again, not to pat myself on the back too hard because it'll start hurting, but I think it's down in here.
With the tide, 'cause I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I like it here during this bit. Come on, how cool's the diddly-doo-doo? I think up high. I think it was you or someone that suggested that the bass go up high for this part, and I think it sounds pretty sick.
I don't know what's in the water.
Then goes back down low, and then I think I bring it back high for the second part of the final chorus.
Nobody knows who's gone.
Yeah, this is a bit that I'm proud of, because I kind of did it. This is the cool thing. Like, if you just use Auto Drummer, it would not do this because it would match the kick drums to the bass, which is what you want most of the time. But because Jay went to a double time with the second half of this chorus, I kind of wanted it to do a... So if you listen to the bass along with the drums here...
Nobody knows what's in the water.
So it's kind of doing a bit of that.
I'm gonna just keep on floating, even though I might sink or swim.
And then the big splat at the end. Yeah. All right. So I'm cool. I'm good. We're good. We're going to close it up. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for being here. And do we have any shows coming up next? Well, I'm done for the week for my live shows. So this is my final show until we reconvene on Friday morning for me, Thursday afternoon or evening for you. And that's going to be the live recording of the podcast with Patrick from the GarageBand Guide. So I certainly hope you can join me for that one, because Patrick's always an absolute blast to chat to, and I'm sure he's got a lot to say about all the things in the home and mobile recording space. We got Rock and Ruddy Ward coming up today. He's usually got a show on the go, doesn't he? I can't keep up with Ron's schedule. I can't see anything. I can't see anything from Ron. But sometimes he has his strange machine stuff going on. We'll see. I'm sure you've subscribed and got reminders on for all these people. All right. Thank you, everybody, again for being here today. If you haven't already thumbsed up, feel free to thumbs up. If you got feedback, if you got advice, if you got things that must be done on this song, jump down to the comments and throw them down there. If you're watching on the replay, hello. Thanks for sticking to the end. I should do that thing that people do where they like, if you got here to the end, say, put in the chat, put in the comments, hashtag stayer. But no, I want you to put hashtag grower. Not shower. I don't know why. See, I'm losing my mind. I need to stop talking for a couple of days. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and do that now. As we say at the end of every show, please be kind to yourself this week. And just look after yourself, okay? I like you. I need you to stick around and be happy. Look after other people too. Be kind to others, because you know what? Other consenting adults can do what they want. Don't forget that. It's hard. I know it's hard. Sometimes we think that we should be able to tell other adults what they can do with themselves, but we can't, because that's being a dick. And keep creating. Most importantly, just keep creating. All right. See you next time here on Studio Live today. Bye